Dave.
Ian.
Did you see the news?
Well, I mean,
about the thing and the going the fast and the across the place with the guy?
no, I haven't. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Cannonball Run. They broke the record. These guys broke the record.
Burt Reynolds
And Dom DeLuise.
DeLuise.
No, there's an actual legit new Cannonball record.
And we're going to talk about it on the Apex Adjacent podcast.
We are, yes. Sorry. I'm Ian. That's Dave. We're going to talk about Cannonball Run.
Yeah.
And you saw some things.
I did see some things.
And you have some garage updates.
I do have garage updates.
And we're going to wrap up our fantasy F1 season.
Ugh.
And you have something totally random encounter.
I talked to a person on the street.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We're letting you do that now? That's not good. That's not good. Protocols have broken down.
But let's get back to Burt Reynolds.
Okay.
And talk about Cannonball Run from 1981. I assume that's what you're talking about.
I am not.
But can it be?
I mean, sure. No, it's I think exciting whenever anyone
crazy.
Whenever anyone breaks this record, I get super, super excited about it, and I want to read everything there is to read about it.
Ian, for anybody who doesn't know, who's like me, is only familiar with the Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise vehicle, the filmic classic.
Yes.
Tell them what the Cannonball Run is.
Right. So the Cannonball Run,
besides being illegal,
besides being highly illegal,
right,
which makes it just cooler, was a race started in the 70s. By I cannot remember the name now.
That's okay.
But basically it was in response to the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit.
Okay. All right. A protest, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of. Yeah. It sounded kind of like a thumbing your nose thing.
An act of civil disobedience.
Right.
Okay.
The record stood for...
Well, Ian, it was in response to the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit, but what is it?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's a race from New York, specifically the Red Ball Garage in Manhattan,
right,
to a pier in Santa Monica in LA.
Okay. All right. So a cross-country drive.
Cross-country drive. Right. It's around about, depending on the route, 28 or 2,900 miles.
Okay.
In 1981, the record stood at, like, I want to say like 32 hours and something.
Okay.
And that stood until Alex Roy beat it in 2005 or 6.
Okay. All right.
And he smashed it. And then it got broken again in 2013.
Okay.
By Ed Boylan. And now it got beat again this last year, and we're just now learning about it.
Right.
And by 3 guys and an E63 AMG and a huge fuel cell. And they did it in 27 hours and 25 minutes, I think it was.
Yeah.
Which is an average speed of 103 miles an hour.
103 miles an hour.
Average.
Yeah. That's insane. Just averaging, like, speed limit on the highway across Kansas, 75. Just averaging 75 across Kansas is a challenge.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I have done some short cannonball type runs before.
Yes. And I have shat in fields before.
And you have shat in fields before. But that's mind bending to me.
Yeah.
Mind bending. The amount of concentration.
Yes. Yes.
To not only average 103 miles an hour for over a day.
Right. Right.
But not crash.
Yeah.
And not get arrested. And not even, they said they didn't have any close calls.
Yeah. No close calls.
They were able to slow down and not pass traffic going crazy speeds. Because that's just like basically just waving your hands and being like, police people over here.
Yeah. Call the police to where I am.
Right. And people in America just are not used to seeing cars traveling at 190 miles an hour.
No. If I saw that in my rear view mirror, I would legit panic. If I saw a vehicle and then because you don't have time to watch it gain speed on you. You see it and then it's past you and you shit yourself.
Right. Yeah. Right. If you see it. Yeah. And honestly, the thing to do in that situation, if you ever have someone approaching you at that sort of insane speed is just to don't do anything different.
Don't slow down.
Yeah.
That is the safest thing. First of all, they should never be going that speed to begin with.
No, I mean, unless they're doing something this badass.
No, Ian, where you're not standing the cannonball run, Ian.
Are we not? Is that not what we're doing?
No, Ian, it's insane. Okay, so the cannonball run is basically like free soloing El Capitan.
Yes, it's highly badass.
Right? No, you're an asshole for doing it.
Oh.
Did you see the movie Free Solo?
I did, yes.
And after it, I was mad. I was mad at the guy for making me watch him almost die for an hour and a half.
Yeah. I was mad at him. On behalf of his girlfriend.
Right. Because he's a whole thing.
He's a whole thing.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to talk me out of liking this.
No, this is horrible. No one should ever do this.
No, of course not. You shouldn't do it.
No one should ever try it. That's no.
It's still very cool.
But it's insane. That's
Our voices are getting very high.
Dick move, as the monarch would say.
Yep. It's a dick move.
Yeah.
No one should ever do it. It's dumb and irresponsible and stupid and a huge waste of money and resources. But
I feel like if you were somehow piped into the, I assume, ICQ chat channel that these guys use to coordinate all their spotters, right? IRQ? ICQ? What was the old chat thing?
IRC.
IRC
chat.
Thank you. Yeah, like some old IRC chat server that they fired up to coordinate all this stuff on the dark web.
Yeah.
That you would offer to go be a spotter for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like a system of spotters across the country.
They had people running like at like normal high speed runs out ahead of them.
Yep.
The last guys who haven't said anything, I haven't read anything about this, but Ed Boylan had like airplane spotters.
They had an airplane as well.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe they didn't. They had thermal imaging that they were using to detect aircraft and stuff like that. That's right.
The thing that I love the most about this is so they have an E63 AMG, which is a pretty like aggressive looking car.
Right.
One of the things they did was they used, and it's a silver one, they used silver tape on the taillights to make them look like Accord taillights, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, they basically,
if you go up,
they muted the car.
Yeah,
to make it look less fierce. Yeah, and they vinyl wrapped all of the carbon trim as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because now, because it really does look like some car now.
Yeah, you squint your eyes.
Yeah.
And I would assume that if you happen to see this like clipping along at a pretty good rate, you would mistake it for an unmarked police car with the equipment attached to it.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, if you didn't know what you were looking for or what you were looking at, because I would look at that and I would go, that's not a police car.
I would think like government vehicle.
Right.
Something's going on that I probably shouldn't know about.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you about this pizza parlor. No.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. I don't want to get black helicopter-ish, but I would just assume it was somebody on some kind of business. Right. Or a ham radio enthusiast that really needed to take a deuce.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So here's a screenshot of their GPS, the Garmin. Do you see that max speed, Ian?
Yeah. That's insane.
What's it say, Ian?
That says 193 miles per hour.
So at some point they hit 193 on public roads. If something happened, it would have gone so bad.
Oh, instantaneous death. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and that's not death that is contained to like an exit ramp. That's death that spreads out over a good half mile.
Right. I'm guessing that was probably in Nebraska, in which case Nebraska was still not going by fast enough.
Yeah, and they can get fucked. Your GPS is just a Sharpie line across the screen.
Exactly.
There's Nebraska.
Yeah. It is interesting too. They took the more northern route than some of the other attempts have been, which I thought was interesting. You're not into this at all.
I'm not. It's putting people in danger no matter how hard you coordinate it.
Yeah.
It is.
It is a little bit.
And by the fact that because it was broken, that means more people are probably going to try it.
I mean, maybe, but there has never been an attempt, a cannonball attempt that's resulted in any sort of accident in the 45 years they've been doing it.
You're right.
Because the people who do this are serious.
Right,
You know, they're not, I mean, this isn't like you're going to hop in the car and do this, especially modern times. Like you can't just like,
you're going to get arrested quick.
real quick. Yeah. If you don't have a plan and some like Bruce Wayne level resources behind you, you're going to get arrested real fast.
So, okay. So let's just say, like, I don't want to slippery slope this thing, right? Because obviously we casually speed every now and then. We are safe drivers, but occasionally we creep over the speed limit. Okay. Putting it mildly.
Sure. Yes.
Okay. All right. I feel like something like this prevents you and I from being able to execute what we did across Nebraska when we were in that Nissan Quest minivan and we happened to find the maximum speed that we could get to.
Well, I don't think so, because I mean, some of it's...
I do, because as this gets more public, then I feel like police presence in those corridors is going to be more pervasive.
I don't know. That seems like I mean, you might be right, but that seems dumb to like. No, it seems dumb. It seems dumb to.
You might be right, but that seems dumb.
No. I don't mean your idea. I don't mean what you're saying is dumb. I mean like.
I know those words together.
Right.
If I didn't know, you'd be like, hey.
Yeah. No, it's fair. I meant like that would be a dumb spend of resources for the cops.
Yes.
To catch like one car in 5 years.
Right.
That might be on that route.
Right. Well, hey, when was the last time you drove across I-70 through Kansas?
Yeah.
For anybody who does it.
Year and a half ago, maybe? Yeah.
Do you excessively speed through Kansas?
Oh, through Kansas? I have before. So that's one of the cannonball runs that I did one time. I made it from door to door from Denver to downtown Oklahoma City in 8.5 hours.
Okay.
Which is an average speed of like 80 miles an hour.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
With like 2 fuel stops.
Right. I did
moving
door to door, Denver to Kansas City, Missouri in 8 hours. Right.
Yeah. Pretty similar.
That was one stop.
Yeah. That's moving.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. That's just, it's insane. I applaud I'm impressed by the achievement, but just everything that surrounds it, the circumstances, everything is just, Jesus Christ. I cannot endorse it.
Yeah. I have complicated feelings about it. I'm not going to say I'm like, 100% rah-rah, but there's a large chunk of me that's like, fuck yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know, Ian. I don't know. That Mercedes is badass. They had some great technology in the car. They had thermal vision. They had an aircraft detection system. They said that they did not pass people at high speeds. They had tons of GoPros and stuff like that. Here's a picture of the fuel tank on Digital Trends. Thank you, Digital Trends. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the cockpit. The cockpit is insane. Look at that, man. Look. Okay, let's see if we can like spot the technology. So so they
have one tablet running just Waze.
Yep.
For spotting
user
cops.
reported. Yep.
They had a standalone GPS. They had like 2 standalone GPS systems, I think.
Because I think that's the standard for verification is 2 standalone GPSs, right?
Right.
And then obviously here's a giant USB power bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you some GoPro mounts? You could never bring me along for something like this because I'd have to pee every 3 minutes.
That's true. Well, they use those bladders. The gel ones.
Yeah.
That you like fill up and you just stash them under the seat.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that's hectic. I mean, it looks like the cockpit of like a Le Mans car because there's screens over on the left-hand side too.
Yeah.
There's so much to manage.
2 mobile phones over there. Yeah. Yeah, right? You basically need one or two people full-time interpreting all of that data for you, right?
Right, yeah.
While you just focus on not killing anyone.
Yeah.
And executing the plan, right?
Right.
Yeah, you are a driver, and that is it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine, like, you know, in about 30 minutes, this is going to get real hectic because he's going to be driving into the sun.
Yeah.
And actually, this almost looks like he's approaching Denver.
It does, yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
That looks like maybe 76.
Yeah, right? I mean, there's cows. It's flat, yeah.
Right. And then there's kind of mountains in the long distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Right? Yeah. Insane. Yeah, a bunch of Rubbermaid bins, cooler for food. Yeah. I mean, there's the fuel tank.
Yep.
That they could fill up with two things at the same time.
Just giant fuel cell.
And one spare tire just thrown in the back for maximum speed changes.
Yeah.
Right? And then probably the space saver spare in the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at that point, your goose is pretty much cooked if you get two flats.
Yeah. I mean, if you get one flat, even,
yeah.
I mean, that's it.
Man, could you just imagine, like, just knowing that was going to happen and then just, like, wheeling up on the side of I-70 to, like, just watch them go by?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Right? That would be really cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Right? One time in high school, we got to leave school to go watch the Olympic torch get run through the city.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And that was cool. It made me think of that.
For like the 96 Olympics, probably?
Yeah. Yep.
That's
definitely
cool.
the 96 Olympics. Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. Yeah. This is a little bit more dangerous than that.
A little bit.
Yeah. So they had nerdy stuff about the car. Like it had upgraded turbos, exhaust, downpipes, intercoolers, and intake. So they say it had about 700 horsepower to the wheels.
Right. That's sufficient.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
I mean,
and they must have had, I don't know if the E63 also comes with self-leveling suspension. It must.
It must, yeah.
Because, I mean, that much fuel on board.
Right.
You would think you would need something like that.
That's a lot
of maintain stability.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Being put into something like this. I think that's another barrier to entry that I'm grateful for.
Oh, yeah. No, you can't do it. And that's not taking into account the months of data crunching you have to do beforehand to make sure that you can, hit construction right, hit rush hour right, hit weather and all that other stuff. There's so much that goes into these.
Right.
It's not just like a bunch of idiots like speeding.
Right. Yeah. But still, it is people speeding.
It is people speeding, but I put this in a different like bucket in my head than say like street racing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. This is a different thing.
Right.
That is also very dangerous and irresponsible, and no one should do it.
But it's different. I agree with you that it's different. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know. That's pretty badass. I think it is interesting that the last 3 cars have all been German cars. It's been 2 Mercedes and an M5.
Yep, Alex Roy's M5. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I mean, get on it, Japan.
Well, yeah, because the Hellcat uses 1 gallon of fuel a second.
That'd be awesome. Like
Cannonball Run in a Hellcat.
Cannonball, yeah. They'd run out of gas in Philly.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that makes me think that you need something turbocharged at that point, just because like that high output, like, maintaining that and like the turbo spool. I mean, look, he's doing 125 miles an hour and riding at 3,000 RPM on the tack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It's bonkers.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, what is that app? Yeah. Is it like a casino, like slot machine? What is that? It says 125. I assume that's the speed. Oh, maybe it's an OBD connection.
Oh, yeah. That could be like a torque.
Yeah.
Yeah. Displaying like coolant and that sort of stuff.
Yep. But you'll notice that you cannot see where the needle is, and the speed there at the top is 80 miles an hour. So we're well past that.
Yeah. And here's
thermal imaging.
Looking for idling cop cars.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
These are not street racers.
No, it is not. It's insane.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. It is an achievement.
It is.
Yeah. Fucking
Dave, don't listen. Dave, don't listen. Good job, guys.
fucking free solo, man. That guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was a lot, but this is pretty cool.
All right, Ian.
All right. What's next? You saw some things.
I saw a thing. So I had one of those moments where you see a car and then or you realize you have seen a car, and up until you noticed a very specific thing about it, it basically did not exist.
Right.
It did not exist. Can you think of an example?
The analogy I think of is like just watching the numbers in the Matrix.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like, two characters pop out at you.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, I need to pay attention to that.
I think it was like when you saw that Ford Lightning truck, like the classic Lightning truck.
Yeah.
It was a white pickup truck, but wait.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You notice a piece of trim, you notice something. Mm-hmm. All right. In this one, I saw a Infiniti Q56.
Okay.
QX56.
Okay.
The big SUV that's based on the Armada.
Oh, right. An older one, yeah.
Yes. Do you see the thing that instantly changes the way you feel about this vehicle? See? It doesn't even jump out at you, but I was sitting at a stoplight behind it and had time to take it in. Here it is right here. This badge. Still in supercharged. Somebody put a puffer on their freaking old man SUV Nissan Armada.
Did they?
Well, I like to think that they did.
I hope they did.
Right?
I really do hope they did.
Me too. So Stillen does make some Nissan/Infiniti kits.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I thought they were mostly Honda.
No, they've supercharger kits have been available for Nissan stuff for a while.
Okay.
Just not the goddamn M45.
Disappointing.
Can you imagine my car with a supercharger?
I can. It would be great.
That'd be perfect.
It would be.
Yeah, but I mean, how dumb is a QX56 on a daily basis? Very. Still in supercharged QX56? Very funny.
Yeah. I can't imagine the gas mileage situation in a supercharged
Not good, Bob.
56.
Not good. If you have to ask, you shouldn't do it.
So bad.
I mean, you're basically like throwing $4,000 at least at the car to get it to that spec.
Right.
Right. Supercharger kits are not cheap.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Supercharged. Also, I mean, this is the thing. First of all, you need to take your badge off your QX56 because everybody knows what it is. It's a big ass Infiniti SUV. There's no mistaking it.
Right.
Okay. You also need to take off the Mike Ward Infiniti dealer sticker. Right. And then if you want to put the Stillen supercharged thing on there, I mean, don't. But
I think it's okay on something like this.
Okay.
Where it's really out of place.
True. I would see the reason I debadged my M45 besides my fierce desire for symmetry on the back of a vehicle, because there was nothing on the other side, but the letters were big. Remember how big those letters were?
They were, yeah.
Right? I don't want anybody to know it's the V8 until I've already dropped them at a stoplight. Right? Until I passed you on a highway entrance ramp. Then you say, oh, that car must be different. Right? That's what I like.
Yeah.
But if you had a Stillen supercharger.
Right. On a giant SUV. I mean, it's still going to be slow.
Right.
It's still not going to be fast.
No, but it'd be quick because that's 5.6 liter V8. I mean, that's a Haas engine.
Yeah. But it's still a 6,000 pound car.
True. Still,
with the aerodynamics of a brick, it's not going to go very fast.
I bet it would be. I bet it would be way faster than expected, though. I think
it would be.
Some of our automotive enthusiasm is always about subverting expectations.
Yes, true.
We do derive a lot of satisfaction from that.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Yeah. So that's what I saw. I saw
That's a good spot because I would have just assumed that was a dealer sticker or something.
You were looking at the picture for a while.
I was looking like down here. I was thinking like maybe
exhaust.
Well, I thought for a second they had swapped that tailgate onto something else. Like
okay.
Chevy or something. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It was like Suburban or something.
Yeah. Okay.
I was overthinking it.
Also, we have to I guess congratulate, or at least recognize that when we were at the auto show a couple years ago, at the Denver Auto Show, and we were measuring how big the goddamn badges were, right? Like Acura's frisbee of a badge.
They've gotten outrageous.
Yeah, or emblem in the grill. Look at the size of that freaking Infiniti
massive,
emblem.
Yeah.
It's almost as big as a license plate.
I know. They've gotten out of hand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing like the Ford grill that spells Ford like in just giant letters across.
True. True. Also, got to have the Infiniti license plate frame on your Infiniti.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's better than a dealer license plate.
True. Yeah. All right.
Good spot. Good spot, Dave.
Thank you.
I want to know what's going on with your garage.
Well, tell the people what you said as soon as I opened the door for you today.
You opened the door and I said, "Where's your Infiniti?" Because it was not in the driveway. Instead, the Vigan was in the driveway. And usually when my cars are not in the standard parking situation, it means one of them is broken. So I just assume that's what it means for everybody else.
That's what we call projection. Ian, my Infiniti is just fine. It's in the garage.
Okay.
I took the studded tires off this morning because it's going to be nice this week, and I put my standard, all-weather / winter setup on it.
Okay.
Right?
So you run 3 sets of wheels for that car.
I have 3 sets of wheels for my Infiniti.
And 2 sets for the Just one for the Saab?
Yeah, just one for the Saab. I figured the Saab being the second vehicle, I'm just going to keep summers on that year round.
Okay.
Don't need to mess with it because if the weather's bad, I'll drive my Infiniti.
Gotcha.
Right?
Drive the rear wheel drive car.
I'll drive this rear wheel drive car with studs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. The only thing that thing slips on is like ice with water over the top of it.
Right.
Right. So yes. And also, it's a lot of fun to drift in the snow.
It is, yeah.
Right? I mean, if you're picking front wheel drive versus rear wheel drive in snow for fun.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
getting stuck is fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. So I drove the I drove the Vigan to work today. And so, it's going to be nice in Denver. I haven't driven the Vigan for a while. I just did an oil change on it. I probably need to take it to the shop to have them do like a transmission fluid cycle.
Yeah.
I'm going to have them check the timing chain because I'm starting to hear a little bit of noise. Might be time for something like that. I mean, it has 212,000 miles on it. Original timing chain.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Original timing chain guides too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are they plastic?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, so I'll probably take it to the shop sometime this winter and have it, have it looked over. I'm going to be very curious to see what Mile High thinks of it.
Yeah.
Right? If they'll just think it's hilarious or if they'll be mad at me for like doing that to a Vigan.
Doing what? Like
tracking it out?
Tracking? No.
Yeah. Right?
They'd probably be all about it.
Yeah.
I think.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at this point they're just happy that people are keeping them on the road.
True. Right?
Yeah.
There used to be a mechanic there that had a pristine electric blue Vigan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 3-door and everything. Yeah. But anyway, so I drove the Vigan to work today.
Okay.
All right. 27-degree air in a turbocharger is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that earlier, and my question to you then was, what's 27-degree pavement like?
Not good, Ian.
Yeah.
Not good. Also, since I've removed everything from the rear, you hear all the road grit hitting the bottom of your car constantly.
Yeah, I bet.
It sounds like it's just like raining pebbles on my car. But I parked the car at the office. I turned the key to turn it off. I opened the door to get out, and the fucking alarm went off.
Yes.
And I kept hitting the unlock button on the key fob, and it would pause for a second and then come back on.
Oh, 90s cars.
I know, right? And so then I was like, well, what do? I started looking through the fuses to figure out which fuse to pull. Mm-hmm. And then I turned while the car alarm is going off and I'm hitting the fob with one finger, right? So then I finally put the key in, start the car, the alarm shuts off. I turn the car off. And everything's fine. Mm-hmm. So I get out.
Like back away slowly. Like, don't do it. Don't you do it. Fuck, just shut the fuck up. I'm going to walk away.
I have the keys. I'm the one who owns you. I own you. You're mine. Just dangling the keys in front of it.
Take 2 steps and you look back. I'm watching you.
Right?
Yeah.
So all day at work, do you know what I was waiting for?
Yeah. Yeah. Will the owner of a blue and rust color Vigan please report to the parking garage? Your car alarm is going off. You dick.
I was waiting for the corporate email blast.
Yeah, the reply all. And then the reply all chain. That's the best. What's a vegan?
Right.
Reply all. Yeah. Please don't reply all.
Please stop replying all.
We've talked about this before. I love a reply all storm.
Me too.
It's the best. My favorite move is just when it's about to die down. Just as it's petering out, because there's big surges.
Right.
You gotta get like the second surge as that second surge is dying down of everyone replying all to the same email. You just type back, unsubscribe, send email.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Right?
I love everything about a reply all.
So back in the day, I used to be an exchange system administrator. I used to manage corporate email systems, right? I did at my previous gig and I did at the hospital. That's what got me to the hospital, was managing their email system.
Right.
So when people are doing this to a distribution list, right, like an open distribution list, you can just click a switch and just turn off. You basically say only these people have permission to send to that list.
Right.
So you just put yourself in there and then it dies down for a while, right? And then you flip it back the way it was and it's past people's view at that point.
Right.
Right? It's gone down.
Fallen below the fold. Right?
Exactly. That's the perfect way to put it, Ian.
Yeah.
So whenever these would happen, I would watch and I'd be like, I'm going to let this go for just a minute.
Yeah.
Just to get a couple of those really snarky, good replies. Let somebody make fun of everyone for replying while also replying all.
Yep. That's the best. Yeah.
And sometimes it would just go away on its own.
Yeah.
Right. It's like our automotive problems, right? Sometimes it would just, it didn't come back.
Yep.
Right. Sometimes it's like, oh, this is an issue. We need to stop this immediately.
Yep.
Right.
The best is when, and this is going to get a little too in the weeds, but the best is when somebody at some point in the thread expands, like clicks the plus button on the distribution list.
So it's a direct mail.
So now it's just direct mail to like 400 people.
Yep.
That's
yep.
Mwah.
You're right, chef kiss.
Oh, I love it.
I applaud your work, sir.
And then all the people replying like, stop replying all. The greatest.
My go-to move is usually like, I got 2 tickets to the Broncos this Saturday.
Right.
Start using it as a listserv. Anybody want to buy an espresso?
It's cold in here.
Lightly cold. Oh, there was a backed up sewer line in our office today, so that was another fun thing to greet me at work. Yeah.
So the car alarm It was good.
Don't say anything.
I past tense. Past tense.
Yeah. It was good. Nothing. My boss came in later in the day. He'd worked somewhere else earlier in the day, came in the office. I was like, hey, when you were coming in, there wasn't a piece of shit blue Saab in the parking lot with its alarm going off, was there?
That's hilarious.
No, there wasn't. Then my buddy Steven came in and I was like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, I would, of course, use the past tense only in that. The using present or future tense when it comes to saying everything is all good with a car is an act of incredible hubris. That I would never presume to try to pull off.
You don't say my car is running good. You say it has been running.
Exactly. Exactly. That is a subtle but very important act of what's the word? Etiquette.
Yes.
When you're talking to a car enthusiast.
Yeah. There you go.
Past tense only.
Yep. And your car knows.
Oh, it knows. It knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it knows. That's why you got to give it that look when it's doing the alarm thing.
Yeah.
You got to give it a look like a misbehaving child.
Yep. Ian, do you know what my alarm is listed as on the fuse thing to obfuscate it from somebody that's just trying to steal the car? Top end.
Top end.
Uh-huh. Oh, and phone. Same fuse for the phone.
Okay.
There's no phone in the car. Top end and phone.
That'll fix it.
What's
to stop someone from pulling all the fuses?
Exactly. Well, then I guess
just pushing the car.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that brings me to an FMK car.
Oh, FMK Cars is the game that Dave and I play on the Apex Adjacent show. It's based on the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, except we play it with cars instead of people because we're nice. F means you drive it for a day. M means you marry it. K means you kill it. It goes to the crusher.
Immediately. Ian?
Yes.
This one, I didn't really have a good title for it.
Okay.
But you're going to be that guy.
I'm going to be that guy.
You're going to be that guy.
Okay. There are several that guys in automotive enthusiasm, so we'll see.
Yeah. First up, I'm going to give you my Saab Viggen.
Okay.
All right. You know my Saab Viggen.
Yes.
You love my Saab Viggen.
I do.
Okay. Here's the thing. Once a month, the car alarm is going to go off randomly.
Okay.
Okay.
If I drive it for a day, like 1 hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Randomly until you insert the key in the door and hold it in the unlock position for 10 seconds.
Okay. 10 seconds is a long time.
It is.
Okay.
The only way you're going to be notified that the alarm is going off is an email to the third highest tier distribution list in your organization.
Okay. I mean, it's like, I don't know, 2,000 people.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I was thinking like system, right?
Uh-huh.
And then specific region and then building.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So for me, I'd like maybe just size it up a distribution list like 500-600 people, something like that.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, because we're mostly remote workers.
Right. So those they cast a wide net.
So it's basically like the Americas at that point.
Right. Yeah. Plural.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
All the Americas. All the top Americas.
Yeah. Top end. Got a problem with my top end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Problem with your bottom end, I guess.
That's fine. That choo-choos. So my Saab Viggen. Okay. Up next, I'm going to give you a track-prepped Mazda Miata, naturally aspirated, but track-prepped. Okay. You can never put the top up, so it falls victim to the elements all the time. The only way to prevent moisture's ingress is to throw a blue tarp over the whole car.
Classy.
The only source you have for the weather is the nightly news.
Okay.
All
right. So I'm going to watch a lot of like furniture commercials.
Yep. There you go. Lastly, I'm going to give you a car that's near and dear to my heart, a Nissan pickup truck. Okay. Like the old, like hard body Nissan pickup truck.
Right. Hard body, just not like me.
Like us, Ian, just squish bod.
Yeah.
So, but this one, I'm going to let you have a drift missile prepared Nissan pickup truck.
Okay.
So are you aware of the obviously the drift spec, but drift missile spec?
No. What's the difference between drift spec and like drift missiles?
Drift missile is like for something that is like really like rat rotted.
Okay.
In that kind of vein. So just a crappy welded bumper instead of a front air diffuser.
I'm into it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So it's a drift missile prepped.
Gotcha.
Nissan pickup truck.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
The standard 2.4 liter normally aspirated engine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Your parking brake never works. That car is gonna roll.
Okay.
Okay. You have to carry wheel chocks in the car and chalk 2 wheels every time you park.
Now, does it work when I'm drifting?
Yes. I'll magically let it work when you're drifting.
But just never when I'm parked.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Good call. I'll give you that one for sure.
Thank you.
Why would I take away from the fun drifting?
Right.
You're gonna drift slowly with that engine, but you'll be drifting.
All right. So I've got to kill the Miata.
Okay, because you can't watch the nightly news?
I can't stand watching local news, and the tarp thing, that's too much for me. Even for me.
Okay. Who's unfolding a tarp?
Yeah, who's dealt with some janky situations. That's too janky for me. Also, I street park my fun car, so I have to I can't do that. That's too much.
Okay.
I will no, this is tough.
My Vigan or the Nissan cars that I've had and have.
Right. So I don't think I would really care that much if everybody knew that I had sort of a crappy car in my company. I think it might lend a little bit to the, I don't want to say mystique, but persona that I've kind of honed anyway.
Curated. Say it, Ian.
Curated. My brand. My brand.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I will marry the Vigan and just deal with the reply all nonsense once a month. Then I will drive the drift missile pickup truck for a day.
Okay, so you would rather have a Vigan with a wonky alarm than a drift missile truck.
It's tough. It's tough.
It is.
Yeah.
I think you could enjoy the Vigan more on public roads than you could a drift missile truck.
Right. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Right.
Yeah. And also the Vigan would have a back seat.
Yeah. So you'd put it back in there?
I put the kids in. Yeah.
Right.
Or I'll just strap them straight to the strut tower brace bar. Whatever. They'll be fine. Yeah. That'd be fun though. Okay. That was a good one. What would you do?
Oh man, it's tough. I would probably marry the drift missile pickup truck because I don't want to be that guy at the office. I don't want to raise my visibility that way. Yeah. I just kind of want to fly under the radar and like do my shit and leave, you know? Right. Yeah. Right. And then I think I would definitely have to kill the nightly news Mazda Miata. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That would be that'd be bad. Okay. And then Vigan for a day, of course. Yeah. All right. But I think that would the email blast would overwhelm that pushes me away from the Vigan. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting anxious now thinking. Really?
See, my strategy with work is to leave little breadcrumbs about my life outside of work. And not really raise my profile at all when it comes to actual work. So nobody knows anything about my abilities or what I do at work. But they know like
you have a good record collection.
Yeah, one person over there knows that I have a good record collection. This person over there knows I have driven race cars. That person over there. You know, and then everyone's going to know that I have a car with a bad alarm.
I love that. Yeah. I would love to hear what listeners would do in that situation.
I would too.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah. Tweet that at us. Yeah. Okay. This is the last thing I have. I feel like I've been talking so much, Ian.
Well, let's do fantasy F1 roundup, and then we'll do yours last.
Okay, sure.
We'll end on yours because I'm curious. I'm excited about this story that you have.
Okay.
But we should do a quick roundup. We forgot to talk about it last week.
Yeah.
The fantasy, the F1 season, as Dave is, has been aware of. Everyone knows because he's been crying himself to sleep every night.
Every night.
About this. It's over.
Oh, about that?
The 2019 F1 season is over. It was a fantastic season. Truly, truly some of the best races in years were this season.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. It's fine. Trust me. Really. No, really.
It seemed like the results were a lot crazier because I feel like I could have done better.
Right.
Like, because I was always just picking Hamilton, and stuff like that. But then like Bottas came up and Vettel threw some stuff in and Carlos or Sainz did well,
Sainz did great. Yeah. Sainz won the Best of the Rest championship.
Yeah.
He drove his ass off this year. He was really, really good. Even though Mercedes and Hamilton won the season, it really was like they were just there to mop up the mess.
Right.
That like whenever things went wrong for anybody else, they were just there.
Right.
Which is what you need to do to be a champion. But it makes it seem like it wasn't that exciting because it wasn't like they were like 10 seconds out front every race.
Right.
It was just, that's how it ended up.
But it was like Verstappen fucks up. Guess who's there?
Right. Or like
Vettel goes off the track.
Yeah. Vettel spins out in the lead or whatever it was.
Guess who's there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They were like the Anton Chigurh of, from No Country for Old Men.
Oh, yeah.
It just keeps coming.
Just walking.
Just right there all the time.
Yep.
Gonna catch you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we had our own thing. We did Fantasy F1 on fantasygp.com.
And we'll do it again next season.
We will do it again next season. Ike from Untitled Car Show won again.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. But I would say the real story is about me. No, the real story is the battle for second.
Yeah, it was close.
So Matt Murphy, our
good buddy Matt, Painted Spark Plugs Matt.
Yep, got second place. And I got third place.
Okay.
What's interesting about that is that Matt ended up with 2,957 points.
2,957. Okay.
Yeah. And I ended up, oh no, they adjusted it. Oh no. At one point, right after the race, because what happened? Oh, I know what happened. It was that there was penalties.
Oh, okay.
So right after the race, before penalties, we were 2 points.
Whoa,
2 points apart.
Okay.
Well, now we're 32 points apart. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, that's still really close.
It is.
And then Jesse was 20 points away from me.
Nice.
In fourth place. So that we had a real battle there for the podium.
And what was Jesse's team name?
Ferrari won't let me beat Ian. And they didn't. She didn't because they wouldn't.
And what was my team name?
Your team name, let me scroll down to where you are in eighth. My only goal is to beat Ian.
And what is Lewis's name?
I will beat Ian too. He got 12th place.
Well, Jesse and Lewis, I will be reaching out to each of you to figure out what I'm going to send you because I'm gonna send you something special.
Yeah.
So
yes,
I will cash in that promise after the holidays.
Yeah. So well done, Ike.
Yeah.
Once again.
Yeah. Great job.
We will work something out with you to do something fun.
Yeah.
We think we have we figured out.
He can call us now.
Yeah. So we actually did figure out. With the carding, the ability for you to call us and we can record audio of you asking us questions or taunting us or whatever while we're driving.
Oh, wait a second. When you're Bluetoothing, that's right. We'll have to have a phone off to the side, piping the audio in.
Yeah.
That's what we'll have to do. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
I got this. Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, everybody, please join us back again for 2020 because this was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll figure out some more fun things to do.
Absolutely.
And Dave's gonna watch every race next year. That's what he told me. He told me that earlier. It was weird. I don't know why he just volunteered that.
I will watch every F1 race as soon as you watch the entire series of the Venture Brothers.
Okay, so Dave's not going to watch the Formula One races.
But you really should watch it as much.
I know I should.
Much as I should watch F1, you should watch the Venture Brothers.
True.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
There's so many David Bowie references in the Venture Brothers.
I do love a David Bowie reference.
So many. You know who does David Bowie's voice in the Venture Brothers? Because guess what? David Bowie shows up in the cartoon. James Urbaniak. Do you know who that is?
I know who he is.
Okay.
I don't know why I know who he is.
Okay, yeah, you've seen him in like bit parts on stuff and been like, who is that guy?
Right.
He has a bang on David Bowie impression.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll have to pull up this podcast called Super Ego that's hilarious, where him and another guy, Jeff Davis, do David Bowie and then this country star that Jeff came up with called Shunt McGuppin. It's the two of them collaborating in the studio.
That's hilarious.
It's really good.
That's funny.
Yeah. So anyway,
so Fantasy F1, again, the real story was the battle for second.
oh yeah, that's where the money's made, right?
Yeah. Sorry, Ike. But that brings me to an FMK cars.
Okay.
This one is called, but third place, although a little bit plain, has super low self-esteem. So I step in and lay her crown upon my sweet head.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Okay.
Arrested Development, if anyone's These are...
Anytime you channel Job, that's not good.
No.
That's not good.
No. The third best-selling cars in their segment. To celebrate my third place victory.
Okay.
That's what this is about.
I get it.
Right.
And I'm on board.
Okay.
Okay.
The third best-selling cars in their segment for this year.
Okay.
All right. Small luxury SUV. What do you think it is?
Small luxury SUV.
Right.
The Infiniti the QX30.
No, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth.
Okay. All right.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you second and fourth.
Okay. Okay.
Second was the Q5.
Okay. All right.
Fourth was the XC60.
Oh, okay. XC60. Q5. I mean, do they have an S5 in there?
Lexus NX.
Oh God. Oh, those are horrid vehicles.
Yeah.
My wife had one as a loaner when her RX was getting serviced.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's just a RAV4.
Yeah.
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 It's
Gross.
bad.
Yeah.
So I get a Lexus NX.
Mm-hmm. It's the third best-selling small luxury SUV.
Boo.
They've sold 50,000 of them.
Jesus Christ.
Year to date.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. The next category.
Okay.
Large luxury car.
Large luxury car.
The third best-selling large luxury car.
Audi A8.
Incorrect. That's number 5.
BMW 7 Series.
That's number 2.
Volkswagen Phaeton. I saw one today.
That's number 1 only among masochists.
Okay. I saw one today with Tynan plates on it. Tynan.
Oh, really?
The dealer. Yeah. Yeah, dealer plates on it. Okay. I don't know.
Porsche Panamera.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
Okay.
the third best. Ahead of the Lexus LS. You know, which is interesting because when I was looking at this list, I realized I haven't really seen any of the new LSs around.
No.
You don't see them as much. I think I see more old Lexus LSs
Yes.
than I do new Lexus LSs out on the road.
You absolutely do.
Which is weird.
And to think that the Panamera and the Lexus LS are competing is adorable.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So the third one,
Okay.
compact cars.
Compact cars.
Compact cars.
Third best selling.
Third best selling.
Ford. No. I was going to say
There
Ford
is no
Fiesta
Ford on
because
this
they
list.
don't have the they're not selling the Fiesta.
Correct.
It's going to be so compact cars. It's going to be the Hyundai, the the Kia, the Hyundai and the Kia are going to be in like the top 5 for sure, right?
The Kia is in number 6.
Okay.
The Hyundai is number 4.
Okay. All right. Compact.
You're on the right track. You're thinking.
Okay.
You're
So
right there.
Honda Civic
Yes.
is going to be like 1 or 2.
Number 1.
Okay. All right. So then you've got like the Mazda 3.
All the way down 8th.
The 3 was 8th?
Yeah. Which I was really crazy to me. Both the Hyundai and the Kia were above it, which is crazy.
Oh, wow. That's probably just because of price, I bet.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So then we're looking at Dodge Dart?
Nope.
No. I mean, it's not oh God, it's not a Mini Cooper.
They sold 3 Dodge Darts in Q3 of 2019.
Okay.
3.
Okay. Okay.
Not 3,000, 3.
That's all that were left, right?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know, Ian. What Honda Civic at
Toyota
Corolla, okay.
And number 3 is the Nissan Sentra.
Oh God.
Sentra.
The car everyone forgets that it exists until Hertz gives you one.
The Sentra.
Yeah.
Mitsubishi in Q3 of 2018 sold 3 Lancers.
Okay.
3 Lancers. Honda in Q3 of 2018, 1 CRZ. 1. It's amazing.
That's awesome. So is that like the last CRZ
It must have been the last new CRZ.
They found it in the back of like a dealer's garage.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh shit.
Yeah. That's
Get
amazing.
it out on the floor.
Yeah. I love looking at sales numbers like this because you have things like these sales numbers where like, again, where Dodge sold 3 Darts in July.
Right. Right.
With at the same time, Honda sold 29,000 Civics.
Right. Right.
It's crazy.
I went down that rabbit hole for the Fiat 500X, comparing its sales to the Renegade. Mm-hmm. Right.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Right? Anyway.
Oh, Ian.
So you've got the Lexus NX, the Panamera, and the Sentra.
And you're not going to give me any twists or anything.
Not giving you any twists.
Okay. Oh, I'm marrying the Panamera.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point in my life, I'm going to own one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little bit of a gimme.
Right. But then Sentra versus NX, I think I'm going to F the Sentra.
Really?
And you know what we're doing?
Just park and brake turns and endless.
Yes, I'm gonna let you drive it for a day.
Oh,
that's what I'm gonna do with the Sentra.
Okay,
I'm gonna hit the button on the back of your head that says "Real Car Mode," traction control off, and just put you in the car.
You're gonna put me in rental car mode.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's see how many times we get this sucker airborne.
Well, see, it's kind of weird. You got to push in both of his eyes and put a finger in his left ear.
It's basically a factory reset.
For 3 seconds. Don't do the right ear. He'll shit himself instantly.
It's just a default setting.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. That's interesting. Third place, Ian.
Yeah.
Good job. Good. Congratulations.
We did it. We did it, everyone. 3rd place. That's the best place. That's the best place.
That's the best place to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I want to hear about you talking to a person on the street.
Okay.
Because only good things come of this. Because let's recap for those of let's do the episode recap real quick.
Okay.
So I think my two favorite interactions that you've had with people out in the wild. This goes back to like
where I just giggle for a while. I'm pushing the mic away.
Yeah, one of this may be like episode 8 or something like that. Was when you walked into like a Kinko's with your cycling kit on, the Plum Smugglers, and a lady took a step back and said, "You look good." Is that what it was?
You are one good-looking man. Me and my sister agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
An older black lady. Yeah.
And then the other one, obviously, was when someone at a stoplight asked you if you were a rapper. And I joked that your rapper name was MC SPF 50.
Yeah. I still think about the rapper one a lot.
You a rapper?
Yeah. Yo, man, you rap? I can barely form a sentence. Do you think I can rap?
Oh my God.
Have you heard of rappers from Missouri besides Tech Nine and Mac Lethal? No.
Right. Also, I just watched this man here who someone thought he was a rapper struggle to carry his tea downstairs. His 9 o'clock tea.
My auto stabilization is not great.
Yeah. Okay. All
okay.
Right. So this is the bar that we have. This is the precedent we have for you interacting with the public.
Okay. Allow me to paint a picture.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So this is just so you can experience what I saw. I'm going to visually describe everything.
Okay.
Okay. So I was at work. I, at one point between meetings, ran out to the parking lot to pull the appropriate fuse that I had researched just in case the alarm decided to go off again.
Yeah. By Googling at work how to steal a Saab and not get caught.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So after it redirected me to therapy websites. But so I went out, I pulled fuse number 23. It's a 20 amp. You'll find it. So I was walking back to the office. So I actually kind of had to go across 2 parking lots. So there's like the main parking lot, like right that borders the building, like very close. And then there's kind of like an extended parking lot across a small street. Right. Okay. And it's just like, it's not a street that like traffic really drives on or anything. It's just, part of the office complex. So I'm walking back from where I parked the Saab, which was as far away from the vehicle or from the office as possible. All right. So I've made it through the first parking lot. I'm coming up to the second and closer to the building. And there's a kid walking through the parking lot. I say kid because he was maybe, I don't know, I'm not great with ages, 18 to 20 ish, maybe,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
17 to 21, some young, just a young man, right?
Right.
And he didn't look like he worked at the office. He was just like walking through to like the neighborhoods around there or something like that, right? So,
so after you got off the phone with the police,
right, exactly, right. So I just like give him a head nod and keep walking, and so we kind of like went perpendicular paths, right? Mm-hmm. So it was that like awkward moment where it was like, oh, I either need to speed up or slow down, otherwise I'm going to intersect exactly with this person.
Right.
Right. So like I just kind of like kind of went a little bit faster and like gave him a head nod and as I kind of turned up to the sidewalk, and so he was kind of walking a little bit behind and maybe like, I don't know, like 10 feet over to my left. Right. And just out of nowhere, the guy says, "Hey man, what do you think about that new Tesla truck?"
Did you wheel around and be like, I have thoughts?
Yes.
You gambled and you lost.
How much time do you have, young man? Where do you need to be? Because not only do I have thoughts, I have a podcast. Something.
So he just shouted that at you?
No, I mean, he just said it. He was close. He was honestly like 10 feet away. It was a quiet day, and he was like, "Hey man, what do you think?" He was just making small talk, right? Just a social kid. Hey man, what do you think about that Tesla truck? I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know what to think. If somebody gave me one, I would love to drive it. It looks crazy. If I saw it on the street, I'd be excited about it.
Right.
But like, I was like, what do you think? He was like, man, I don't know. It looks like RoboCop. I was like, yes, Ed 209. And then, yeah, that was it. I was at the building, so I went in.
Okay.
Yeah. But just how pervasive is Elon Musk in our culture? How much is he soaked into it that a random kid walking through a parking lot says that to another random person?
Right. Well, I don't know if it's Elon Musk so much as they call it on Twitter, the discourse.
Right.
It's just he's part of, like
he's in the word bubble.
Right. Because we all have to have something to argue about, and he pops up a lot as like one of the villains du jour.
Right. Sort of villains or heroes or saviors, like right. Christ, Antichrist, right.
Yeah.
But how crazy is it that that's the thing that just a stranger said to me?
Right.
Just out of nowhere.
Especially since it's never going to exist real. Like no one's ever going to actually buy one. Although, did you see today, I think right before while I was doing my pre-show research.
Sure.
This is a carefully researched show.
Reading tweets in my bathroom.
Correct.
Okay.
He crashed one tonight.
Crashed?
Well, he ran over like a parking ball or something like that.
It was just like one of those temporary no parking signs that you can just knock over.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that car doesn't have a brake pedal, right? Because it's supposed to be like uncrashable.
Right. Yeah. No, he hit one of those cool like traffic cone essentially.
Right.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, cool. We're in good hands.
Yeah.
Lot of faith.
Cool.
We're fine, everyone.
Everything's great.
Which is what everyone shouts when they're fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like how soaked are we? How marinated are we?
Yeah.
Or is Elon in our culture that just random person to random person, Elon Musk?
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I guess, we could call that a win for car enthusiasm that like a stranger felt comfortable bringing up a car to another stranger.
Right.
Without any like, I mean, maybe they saw you getting out of the Saab, but like, without any like preconception or pre-knowledge that this person knows anything about cars.
Right.
I guess it's a victory for car culture crossover.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
End of good things to say about it.
I think you're right. I think there's not really much of a point to it other than then it happened. Right. Yeah. I think that's just kind of a thermometer of where we are now.
Well, but it's also not even a thing that happened so much as it's a thing that might happen.
Right.
That we're talking about.
Yeah. I
don't know.
Right.
But it's interesting enough to get other people interested.
Yeah, but like nobody said anything about the Broncos. That's
right.
That's the kind of thing that I would expect more casually in conversation.
Right. Yeah, I've definitely had strangers bring up the game to me, and I would have to be like, oh,
right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
That is interesting though, because like I can't think of the last time that I, without some sort of hint or inkling,
right,
brought up cars to somebody who I didn't know was going to be interested.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We need to think more about that one.
Yeah. I want to hear some shower thoughts on it.
There'll be shower thoughts.
I'll get in there with you. We'll talk about it.
We just need to do one from the shower.
Just you and I in Borat bikinis.
Yep. It'd be good.
Or like old timey.
Ian, why are you wearing a sweater? Oh,
we need those old timey like swimsuits that
I told Jenny that I really wanted one of those, and she was like, don't dare. Don't you dare. Ian, I really want to get one for our trip in January.
Just Amazon Prime that mofo. You can have it tomorrow, dude.
They don't actually exist, do they?
Oh, yeah.
We're not Googling it now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Everyone, we did a car show.
We did.
We almost did some shopping. But we did a car show.
Yeah, we did.
If you see something on the road that's puzzling, like a supercharger thing on a big SUV, you should call
720-515-1391.
I have no idea if that's correct or not. I'm going to assume it is. Or you can email us at apexadjacent@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We're on the social medias, all of that.
Yeah.
We love you.
We may have a special Christmas present for
We may have a special Christmas present, but we would have probably another episode before then, right?
Yeah, but still, like, you know,
There might be a special
maybe
one.
check your feed on Christmas Eve night, late at night or early in the morning. You know, to annoy your family.
Podcast Santa might drop by.
Podcast Santa might come by.
Okay.
Yeah, leave some weird shit in your stockings.
This is an argument in your stockings. Just you open it up. It's like, Elon Musk.
No, it won't be that. It won't be that. You might find something weird there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah.
We love you, everyone.
We do.
Goodbye.